I have my BSI on. The scene is safe. We checked. We are on the second floor of a house. There are no safety hazards around us. There's only one patient. My partner and I should be good to handle him, but we recognize that the mechanism of injury was him falling out of a chair, and he appears to be unconscious on the floor. So I'm going to go ahead and ask for additional resources so I have help to carry him downstairs. And if we cannot get him to respond to anything, I may need paramedic intervention. So because of the mechanism of injury, I'm going to go ahead and direct my partner to take control, manual stabilization of C-spine. And I'm going to go ahead and start my assessment. So I see mid to upper 50s, white male, appears to be unconscious. I come up and I say, sir, can you hear me? No response. I'm going to come up and I'm going to check and see if there's a painful response.
No response.
There's no response, so he is unresponsive. We're going to look and see what his airway looks like. Go ahead and do modified jaw thrust. I do not see any obstructions in the way. And when I look and see if he has adequate chest rise and whether or not he's breathing correctly, we say...
Yep. Chest is rising, right is full, left is about 1/3.
Okay, so we have uneven chest rise, but he is breathing on his own. Because he is unresponsive, I'm going to go ahead and put in an OPA. What is the rate of breathing?
18 respirations per minute.
18? Okay. Because of the uneven chest rise, we may go ahead and do BVM with supplemental oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and have my partner who is holding C-spine do that once we put a C-collar on our patient and can continue on. So now that we have cleared the airway, there is no debris in there that we need to remove. There's no need for suction. He is breathing on his own. We have that covered. I'm going to go ahead and check for circulation. So I'm going to check for a pulse. Do I find one?
Pulse 72.
Great, so pulse seems to be good. Is it weak, bounding?
Strong.
Strong pulse. Okay, so circulation is not a problem. We've now covered the ABCs, so I am going to go through and do a chunk check, make sure that I can find anything major on the patient, see what his vitals are, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and just start with his skin tone. What do I see when I look at your skin?
Slightly ashen, cool, clammy.
Okay, so pale, cool, and clammy. We're going to take that into consideration. I'm going to do a very quick sweep for blood and to see if I find any major injuries. So I'm going to go behind the head. Did I find anything?
Nothing.
All right, checking for blood. Do I see anything, blood or anything else leaking out of your ears or battle signs?
No blood, no cerebral spinal fluid, no battle signs.
Nothing coming out of his ears, no battle signs behind his head. Do I see any jugular vein distension or stoma or anything?
No distension.
No distension, no stoma, so that's good. We are going to go through and check underneath for blood.
Clear.
All clear. Checking.
Slight blood on your left hand, right hand.
So there is, I did find blood on the patient's left hand side, close to his chest, so we are going to be very careful around there, but continue on. Do I see major bleeding? Is there anything that I need to control before I move on?
No, just slight blood.
Slight blood. Okay, so no major bleeding that I need to control. Going to continue on. Any blood here?
None.
Any blood here?
No blood.
Okay. We move on to the legs.
Ouch, no blood.
Okay, so I had a painful response from the upper left thigh, but no blood involved. When I look at the thigh, do I see that it is swollen or irregularly shaped?
Yes.
All right, so we have an irregular shape, swollen. We're going to make note of that, but because there's no major bleeding, we're going to keep moving on. Anything there? Clear? Okay. Going to check and see. Oh, nothing there. Anything here?
Clear.
Clear. No blood. Okay. We're going to go ahead and check for pedal pulses.
Pulse.
Pulse there. Pulse in this leg. pulse there. Okay. Is it any less on this foot as opposed to this foot?
No.
Alright. Good distal pulses. So now we have taken care of the chunk check. I did not find any major bleeding, which is good. Did find an injury on the chest on the left-hand side and an injury on the upper thigh on the left-hand side. We're going to go ahead and go through vitals, make sure that those are still good. So I'm going to go ahead, get blood pressure. We've already checked the pulse, but we're going to go ahead and take a rate, which I believe we did already. Was it 72?
72.
72 and strong pulse. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and check breathing and see if that's changed at all.
No change.
No change in breathing. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't see any bystanders around. There's no one in the house. So there's no one to get sample from. If we can look around and find anything, find any medications, any other clues to show us, you know, what this patient might be on or what may have happened, we're going to notate those. But we're going to go ahead and package and go.